All right, Keaton, on you.
Okay, perfect. Hi, clowns. Welcome to Tribal Council. I got no idea what number this is, and frankly, I don't give a flying fuck. We're doing this thing. Okay, there's 10 of you left. That's all I know. Okay, let's start with the person who ended up winning immunity. Oh, fuck off, Nick. Let's start off with the person who ended up winning immunity yesterday. Megan, hi.
Yeah.
So you won what can easily be seen as a social individual immunity. How do you feel about it, and do you think that you needed it tonight?
I always think I need immunity because you're always at risk to go if you don't have immunity. So yeah. But I don't know. I feel like it wasn't really like, I don't think I won it because I was social. I feel like, I don't know. Shay said that it wasn't, but I feel like a lot of it had to do with the fact that I was like sad for the past couple days, even though Shay said that period was over. I wasn't getting any special treatment anymore after that. But, I feel like there's just still some lingering effects. So, I appreciate it, but feel free to come hard for me in the next fucking one where you have to chop my rope or what the fuck ever. I don't care. Go for it. I don't expect to win that type of comp ever again in my life.
Oh, right. I'm asking another question about the comp to another person. Hey, Rachel.
I don't want to talk about it.
So at one point during the comp, you got basically assaulted during it and had 4 people say you.
Yeah.
In your life. What does that make you think about where you are in this game?
I mean, it doesn't feel good. Like, I was like one of the last people in the line there, and like all I kept hearing was like, this person, nobody has cut your rope, nobody has cut your rope, nobody has cut your rope, and I'm like, there's only like 2 ropes left to cut, and it's mine. So then when they said 4, I was like, well, that's all of the ones that were left. Yeah, sure. I don't know. Like, I do think it was a weird balance of like trying to like not be caught for cutting people. And so like I was told that it was like, oh well, I didn't think anyone was gonna cut you. So I cut you, and I'm like, okay, well when 4 people do that, then I die. So I don't know. It just like felt really weird. But yeah, I don't know. It was an interesting comp. I went from like no cuts to 4, and I was like, this is fine. But
Okay, moving away from the comp, Alex, you've now had a round to start talking to everyone again since the start of the game. After being on tribes with such little people, how have you integrated yourself so far, and how you tried to readjust to being with such a large group of people?
Well, even though there's more people in the game now, I feel like less talking has happened, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like a lot of stuff happened in the last 2 hours, and that's going to be what's going to determine the vote that happens tonight. Because before that, I got almost nothing. I was given almost nothing. So, like, it's just like, it feels like we're on an even smaller tribe than we were before. So I don't know what's going to happen, Keaton.
All right. Shay, I'll go to you to talk about this a little bit deeper. Alex is saying that he hasn't heard much except for last couple hours. Was that the same for you, or is there more to the story than is being let on?
Yeah, I think the line that I messaged a couple people because for some reason I thought it was clever was that this was a weird game of Survivor mixed with Russian roulette, mixed with, I forget what the third one was because I'm anxious, but like it's just, yeah, it feels like musical chairs at this point. Like there's just nothing, like nobody was willing to say anything or step forward, and it's been a weird day.
Okay. Jake, let's go to you. So with it seeming like people right now, everyone's playing scared. How do you try to traverse that when no one's willing to make the move? It looks like.
It's hard. It's really hard to play this game when you don't hear a vote.
or you don't hear a name and no one can agree on a name until there's 3 minutes left to vote. Like it's really hard doing that every time. So I don't know. I feel like sooner or later people are going to have to start taking control and doing what they want to do, because if they don't, then it's going to be insane every single tribal from here on out. And who wants that? I mean, we're all going to have to want to if that's what it's going to be. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be hard, but hopefully things settle down.
So, Josh, last round we saw the first advantage come into play with the skip ticket. Do you think that tonight something else could come out, like an either or some other advantage, or do you think that might be the only thing that we could see for now or possibly the rest of the game?
I mean, when you have idle boards of 100 spaces and then 144 spaces, it's hard to find anything. So there could be 0 advantages in the game. We could be playing Survivor Borneo right now, where nobody has a single advantage and it's not coming. Or we could be playing Survivor Game Changers, where we're going to get to the final 6 and everybody's going to have immunity but me, and I'm going to go home like Sharif Field style. But it's like, so I honestly, there's really no way to tell, because like nobody's going to tell me. I could ask each person here tonight right to their face if they had an idol, and they would say, no, I've not found a thing because this board is so big. And I could say the same thing to them. So it's just, I think as people get closer to the end and get more and more scared, like I think anxiety is going to play a huge part in whether or not we see idols or advantages played. And so I think as people get less and less sure and secure about their spots in the game, that's when we're going to see something come out. So you never, like, I know that's such like a wishy-washy answer, but you never really know, because nobody says anything. So I think that yes, we could see advantages tonight, or I think that no, we also could not see advantages tonight. So
All right, Drew, let's go to you. So let's talk about last vote for a little bit. We saw an interesting vote split last time, 6-2-2, and your name was a part of it. Does that worry you in the slightest, or are you just like, oh, thrown votes, who cares?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, once your name is like a thing, like it can continuously be a thing until you're out of the game. So like at this point, like after the last tribal, I'm more than likely going to come to every tribal nervous as fuck, because there's always that chance that my name will come up again. But like if there's something I can do about it, then I'm gonna try my best. If there's nothing I can do about it, I'm not gonna harp on it. I just know what I can do for myself, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So Aisha, a jury just started with Alejandro being put on it, and you know that every person from here on out will be a part of the jury. Does knowing that the person you vote out will have an impact on who wins this game affect your vote, or is it just do what's best for you?
Currently at this point in time, I feel like I'm kind of thinking of short term rather than long term. I'm sure I'll start thinking about long term when it gets to that point. But right now, I'm just trying to do what's gonna best help me in the situation. And my vote is gonna be like what's gonna hopefully like save my butt.
Okay. So Zach, if you could give me one word to describe how this round has felt for you so far, what would that word be?
Don't know.
Fantastic. That's can't play off that at all. Thanks, Zach.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, let me just go with a general question for you then, Zach. So where is your head at as far as what is your plan tonight? Is it just as Aisha said, save your butt kind of thing, or is there a bigger plan?
Well, I really don't know, because I have only found out names in the last few minutes, and apparently it's me versus Aisha. I'm not voting Aisha. I'm not voting myself. I'm doing something different. This is really fucking dumb, because we're literally at the bottom. We're doing nothing right now. We're kind of just sitting here. So if you vote that, you're kind of just leading into what Megan, Drew, and Josh R want, and that's just sad. So yeah, that is all.
Oh.
Wait, what?
I am sorry, Aisha. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Aisha. I don't know how to pronounce names. That is my fault.
It's okay.
At least I know finally. It's only been what? Too many rounds of this game? Well, Zach just said something interesting. He's now calling people out. Anyone have a reaction to that?
I just think it's kind of funny how he hasn't messaged me since Saturday. Granted, I haven't messaged him back, but like other people have tried to reach out to me. He hasn't. So like, there's no reason for me not to vote you.
I didn't say there wasn't a reason to vote me because I don't know how to phrase it, but like, yes, we haven't communicated, but also been busy. And the people that I've tried to communicate with, that I've tried to communicate with me, I've communicated with back to the best of my ability, but I've been busy because, you know, I have a personal life. So take that as it is.
I just don't get why you want to throw people under the bus that really have a reason to vote you out, though.
Well, because like I really don't know what's happening in this vote. Nobody really talked to me in the last 2 hours, so I'm just like, I'm pretty sure I'm going home, but I'm just throwing out a last effort, to be honest, because I don't really get that reasoning for most people on this tribe.
That's fair.
All right. With that, does anyone else have anything they'd like to add? Doesn't seem like it. Josh, Nick, Madison, you guys got any questions?
I have one, but I want Josh and Madison to go first.
Okay, I'll ask a general question. How many of you, by show of hands, like feel confident in your vote that you're gonna submit right now? Okay. I'm blanking. I can't think of anything else. I've heard enough.
Wait, who raised their hand there?
Similarly, I'm gonna ask, raise your hand if you feel safe from the vote tonight.
All right, and then I am gonna ask, raise your hand if you feel like you're in danger of going home tonight. Interesting. It's almost like an inverse of the last question.
It's almost like you asked us the opposite of the last question.
It's almost like you asked the inverse.
At least we're consistent.
You're not, is the funny thing.
All right. With that, if no one has anything else they'd like to say, I think there's only one thing left to do at this point. That's to get to the vote. Everyone at this point, please send in your vote or confirm it if you already have in advance. I'm just trying to figure out that something. All right, I am back and I have the votes. At this point, if anyone has an hidden individual immunity idol or another advantage and they would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, I'll read the votes. When I read the votes, the person with the highest amount of votes will have just a moment to say their goodbyes and then we'll leave the Zoom. With that, let's get to it. First vote, Zach. Second vote, Zach. Third vote, Josh R. Not Josh Sargent. Josh Sargent. Fourth vote, Zach. Fifth vote, Zach. Next vote, Josh. Seventh vote, Zach. Eighth vote, and the second member of the jury, Zach. This pains so much to do to you of all people. Of course, this is the travel I have to run, but with that, Zach, that's 6, and tonight, that's enough. Any final words?
Yeah, low key, genuinely thank y'all. I've been really super busy with like personal life stuff and like school and everything. I haven't had the ability to put as much effort in this game that I'd like to. Good luck to everybody in here. If I came off as harsh at all or was like, oh, I didn't talk to you or something like that, I didn't mean any ill will. The people I'm rooting for, you know who you are. It's been really fun playing. I figured I was getting nowhere near the end, so like I'm not mad. I'm kind of happy. So yeah, thank y'all and good luck everybody.
Love you, little brother.
Zach, it was a pleasure watching you from this side, but with that, it's time for you to go.
Nice playing with you.
Great
man.
having you, Zach.
Good to meet
Good
you.
deal.
Good game, Zach.
Okay, well, with that, congratulations, Final 9. That's all I have for you, but I'm going to turn it over to our host, Duolingo.
Okay, just a few words of what's to come. Congratulations, top 9. And with making the top 9, this train is moving fast. And You'll have to hold on for dear life for this next round. When this Wednesday, we are going to have a live night. Not one, but two of you will go before the night finishes. For this next immunity challenge, which we will post shortly, you will all be competing in good old-fashioned touchy subjects, and you will have all day Tuesday to complete this, and then live night will be this Wednesday, the 16th. However, this live night will come with a twist. Systematic means to do something methodically and diligently. And for this live night, you will be participating in a now or later scenario, meaning you will either vote at the final 9 or the final 8, but not both. Your decision to vote will be done in private. If you choose to vote at the final 9 vote, you will not have a vote at final 8. Alternatively, if you do not choose to vote at final 9, you will be able to vote at final 8. Your decision will not be known to the cast, but you are free to speak about your decision however you'd like to the cast at your own risk. How live night will work is we will do live touchy subjects where there will be an immunity winner. We will then have 15 minutes for you guys to strategize and deliberate before entering the vote.
But I'll use this round, so.
We will then enter the final 9 vote after that. Then after the final 9 vote, we will immediately move into a live immunity challenge. After a winner is crowned, we will have an additional 15 minutes deliberation to decide the final 8 vote. We will then have our final 8 vote, and after that, the night will be complete. So choose carefully and tread lightly, as you don't want to make a costly misstep and fall off the train. And that is all I have for tonight. If you have any questions, we're going to post what I just said in the main chat, but.
So
So
tomorrow's a break, and then it's immunity vote to Wednesday.
Yeah, so tomorrow's in a way a break. We're going to give you the prompts for touchy subjects to fill out.
I've
And
never
then,
done that one. Is that where it's like a bunch of questions and we just have to answer them? Or something? Okay.
there will be rules and explanations on how that'll go, but the formality of the competition will end up being live on Wednesday, where we will find a time for all of you guys to hopefully be there.
Oh. I have a question. Yeah, kind of going off of the time. Do you think it's gonna be like around this time, like 8-ish? Or
Preferably, yeah.
okay. Okay. That works for me.
Oh, honestly, the earlier we can start it for y'all, the better. So that way we don't have you guys here like until like 1 a.m. EST.
Yeah.
We'd like to start it soon so we can get you guys out at a reasonable time.
If you'd like some examples of touchy subjects questions, I could give you the 7 that I got last time. I got who would you never want to speak to after this game. I got who never shuts up.
I've got who would you not want to be stranded on an island with before?
I got who thinks they're running the game, who is actually running the game. What
Nick
else did I
has
get?
one who is winning the game.
What else? I got 2 more.
You got like villain or something, or like.
Oh yeah, who's the snake? Who's lied the most? Who's the best liar? Who's the worst liar?
Oh
that
yeah,
kind of crap.
who's most likely to stab you in the back?
Yep.
And then there was one more. I can't remember the
I
last
remember
one.
seeing that in a game before. Thank God I didn't win that one.
Did you have a question, Alex? I guess not.
Yeah, sorry, I did have a question. So when do we need to decide whether or not we're voting at 8 or 9? Like, are we going to decide that night, or do we decide beforehand? I was a little confused.
At the tribal.
At the tribal.
Okay, so like we don't decide beforehand. I thought we had to.
So
like
you'll
instead of
just say
like
that
sending you a
you're-
vote, we just say like save our vote.
I guess you could say
Got
you
it.
could bank your vote for the next round.
But you aren't.
You could say that. I don't
But
think
you
that
don't
you could
get
say that
to.
at all. I don't think that that's a terminology that we can use in this this establishment.
We don't use the term bank or save here.
All I'm gonna say is y'all shocked we're doing a sequester twist with 2 sequester players on the prod?
One that won the game.
Fuck off. Honestly, fuck off.
One that hasn't made final 2 yet.
One that made no, never mind. I don't know if that's true. Bye.
One that literally took 5 tries to make jury.
I couldn't remember if you had made jury or not, so I was gonna say one that's made jury.
Yeah. No, I made jury the last time I played when it was the fucking live format.
I really did win the most cracked game of Sequester ever. No, the faceless game was the most cracked.
No, you guys were correct. I got to watch that one from the inside.